Well, can't believe it's come down to this. Here we are in the final 3 weeks of the regular season, and we've only had three playoff spots clinched. But it's time for us to see if another one can be clinched today. As I welcome you to a Saturday football game. Yes, a Saturday. Technically, the college football season is over, aside from the playoffs. But we all know who rules at this point in the season. It's the NFL. So they ain't gonna have any competition. Which means free Saturday. Eagles have been going through 2023 redux. They won last week, but it was the Raiders. So they needed so it was a much needed freebie bounce back. But they have to win this game in order to take the division. And they have to play against the eliminated Washington Commanders. I was initially going to throw in like a letter indicator to show that they were eliminated, but it didn't look right on this particular kind of thing. So I opted against it. It just didn't look right, no matter or what I tried. But if you saw yesterday, you'll notice that I went for a more darkish color with the thing. And I decided that ultimately made the decision since then to just make the brighter color the color the logo gets put in. Like whatever, like have a brighter color, like have the brighter color take over as the color that is featured there for the identifiers. And we gotta get a Christmas one before we get a Christmas football game, as it's them and NBA who rule that holiday. Actually, NFL dominates the holiday, but NBA was the one that used to be known for it. Followed by a hockey game and a New Year's Eve hockey special to welcome in the new year. Oh, cool! Greg Olson's on the call for this one. I picked the right game because Greg Olson's here. It's all Fox doubleheader, so whatever your local Fox channel is, you can watch it there. But this game starts at 5, and the other one's in prime time. Remember, a playoff spot's it's on the line, and a division title. If the Eagles win this game, they not only take the division, but it also officially eliminates the Cowboys. Which, let's be honest, the Cowboys have been. They have been terrible. It's almost as if getting rid of your best player on defense has led to a bunch of issues on defense that, despite seemingly looking better, doesn't amount to much. And who knew that having George Pickens as an option at receiver would prove to be a bad idea? It's like the Cowboys never learn. They never learn. Also, Jaden Daniels has been shut down, so it's Marcus Mariota time. They really be wanting to lean in on the whole, "You're trying to take my job." That's just how they're leaning in on it. So I can only imagine how this season has been. I wonder how many people are covering Kevin Stefanski's head despite him winning a Super Bowl. You know somebody has to. Bonk, 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 bonk. Well, I'll have time before the Christmas game to find that audio or video thing for that uh, funny moment about beef. We have got beef, motherfuckers. I'm sure it'll be there when I go get it. It onto the board here. I try to be careful. I am having to use the iPad. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh yeah, the MLS also had their draft. Ow, 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 Probably make sure that drumstick stays good. Just 60 for for the final 3 weeks? Yeah, sure. I don't care. But the game's about to start. This has been a very disappointing season, and where injuries have affected the Commanders to an extent, at least, and an old roster. I think they're going to be happy to try to get somebody to help them out in the draft. The whole celebrity cam thing is just made for that ad. How often is it for a celebrity to show up at an event that has nothing to do with the NFL? Oh yeah, they're also at Landover, Maryland, and I think they're officially going to be putting a new stadium on the old RFK site. I think they're going to do it regardless what certain someones think. 7-2, including playoffs against the Commanders. Wow. But Dan Quinn has a 500 record against the Eagles. Alrighty. Welcome to our only Saturday game of the season. And now, at Northwest Stadium, Commanders will kick the ball. And they're using specialty winner graphic, apparently. And did the ball come out? Is it already? Do we already have a fucking of the football this early? They're saying it's Commanders football. Right on the opening kickoff. Wow. That was very fast. I'm not even mad. It's just amazing. Yeah, the ball is loose. The ball came out. We already have it. And we have it already. We have it already. Right off the kickoff. Look at this on special teams. You blew it! Right from the opening kickoff. And now I gotta refresh the damn app. Right off the kickoff. Right from the start. How the... that is just amazing. I'm just amazed about the results. So the Commanders can already strike first. Well, the Commanders are going to get the ball to open up both games, then both halves. Then I'm glad I didn't up. That's why I don't update until after the play is over, in case stuff like that happens. First and they did get the first on that, by the way. Special teams once again proving that you can't underestimate them. And proving that they still have a place in the NFL. And the Commanders are in the red zone as they hand it off on 2nd and 5. And it'll think they'll say it'll be good for the first. This has been a crazy start. That is just hilarious. Right on the opening kickoff, no less. Second and goal. Mariota rolls to his right. He finally throws it away. This is why you want. That's why we play the games. You never know when stuff like that is going to happen. Mariota on third and goal. Throws it. Incomplete. And there's not going to be a flag thrown. It was intended for Burks. But Cooper DeJean is able to cover. So Mooney's going to come out and take a chip shot attempt from 20 yards. And they get a field goal to open up the game. I'm not even mad about that occurrence. Just can't believe that was just don't underestimate special teams, people. You can see when they make plays, they make those plays. I don't even care about that Super Six. You know, it's typical Eagles for stuff like this to happen, right? Especially against a team like a Commanders. At least they managed to actually hold on to the ball this time. Alrighty, take two was successful. Now we get Jalen Hurts. Hand off on first down. Goes nowhere. Barkley's been to go to the running back, but he's been getting stopped. And we have a scramble from Jalen Hurts on second down. He goes out of bounds. He just took it himself for a couple yards. They paid him the big bucks to be the franchise guy. And word is starting to come out. Are you sure Dolphins really did that? But there's a catch, but it's short for Devonta Smith. Four first round picks to the Bengals for Joe Burrow before the draft in 2020. Mainers are actually going to use their first time out of the half. Now we're on to QB sneaks. They haven't been able to do all that well as they're probably looking to go for it on 4th and 1 and try to go for a tush push. Yeah, the offense is still out there. They're likely going to go for it. Probably go for the tush push on 4th and 1. Oh, never mind. They're going to run a literal play on there. They're going to run a literal play. Surprising. They want an offsides penalty. And they ain't going to get it. It's going to count as a delay game. Oh, it was completely stopped. So the Eagles couldn't do anything. Apparently, And there was a settlement that was reached over something. Again. Interesting. I don't want to find out what it's for, so I'm good. It's just been crazy to think. Screw you, Ronaldo. You dumbass. They do have Jaden Daniels on the sideline, but he's not dressed for the game. He's just there at the sideline, doing whatever he can to help out his teammates. Play action! Rocking up. But here's a handoff on 2nd and 10 as he makes that manageable third and short. Didn't think I'd be getting this bored this quickly. We had some fireworks right off the gate. I guess it was used up already. 3rd and 4. Mariota throws it. Now that one was caught for the first. Oh, first down. Commanders aren't going down that easily, apparently. Mariota's been doing what he can with this team for someone who was taken second overall by the Titans, who became a journeyman. Mariota on 2nd and 7. He took advantage of a screen. I can only imagine. That there's so much variety that they're gonna run. They run a lot of offense quite a bit. Apparently. So on 3rd and 4, somehow holds on despite the coverage. There is a penalty flag. This is coming back. It's a holding call against Coleman. Yeah, the Indians were bringing out Laramie Tunsil. So now they got to replay the 3rd down with more difficult position. And Dean's being helped to the sideline. He's probably going to get checked out. Oh, jeez. I can hear stuff. Mariota finally scrambling to his right. He lets it loose. That's going to be incomplete. Despite looking like a catch, he was out of bounds. I don't know, but yeah. Some out of bounds stuff. And now it's going to be a punt for the Commanders. Here's the return. It's not going to be much of one. But now we've had 3 down on both sides. Did not mean to type that much. And they're talking about now they're showing Jalen Hurts. Oh boy, we're having more plane issues. Plane that was supposed to go to Newark had to turn around and return to Minneapolis because of mechanical issues. Apparently, the team's going to have to board a second plane and is now expected to arrive later tonight. All these plane issues going lately. Thing there. Showing a Kobe Dean Azor's locker room. Think that's what I'm seeing? Oh no. Regardless, it's back to the Jalen Hurts show to see if he can make things up on his second drive. There's the pass that is gonna keep, that is already gonna refresh the downs. Once again, Devonta Smith. Ertz rolls to his right. He's gonna take it himself for the first, and he slides. And there's another catch. That's good. Only way the Chiefs of the Giants can make the playoffs. They're eliminated, Tony. That was straight for the end zone, but it's not gonna be a catch. Wow. Those technical issues, always. Well, it was mechanical issues. You would think they would get those things sorted out, right? Turning a timeout? Did somebody use a timeout? Did I not hear anything? Oh, it was the Eagles. Okay, there we go. Visual match. Player gets off. Second and 10. Pass is caught. And it's a first. AJ Brown managing to uh, get some touches in. They go for the run on first and goal. They're giving it to them. It's touchdown Eagles. All right, let me make sure I get that right. Yep. Thanks. Let's see here. He's short. He's short. He's short. Clear cut. That's clear cut. The ball's right. The ball did not get across before the knee went down. He's short. That touchdown is coming off the board. It'll be second and goal. Be second and about half a yard. Here comes the tush push. And somebody jumped. There goes the tush push. False start on Lane Johnson. Ball wasn't snapped. But they got on false starts. This time it'll be a passing game, and that is Devontae Smith who actually manages to hold it in. Devonta Smith is the one who manages to get the Eagles on the board at last. That's good. The ball was punched out right after the play. But now it's a lead. Now it's a 7-0 lead for the Eagles. And there is actually still time before the first quarter comes to an end. And I can imagine we had a false alarm with Saquon Barkley being down. We had a false alarm with a false start before the ball when there was no snap. And then it actually, and third time's the charm. So was the tush push needed? Nope, because he never snapped it. Really? They're using that. Look, the really Fox. Really? They really are falling apart. Really are falling apart. Now we'll get to see a kickoff from the Eagles kicking. And here's the return. Kobe Dean and Jalen Lane are both questionable. Leg related injuries. One is ankle, one is a hamstring. First down for the Commanders at the 31. They're on 31. Handoff. Stays on his feet, good for the first. Most rushing yards since 2000 for 7th round rookie draft picks. And tell me about that. What is seriously the? I want to know what's up with the plane issues lately. It's a screen on 2nd and 10. It's out of bounds. We went with Debo Samuel on the play. And this is most likely going to be the final play of the quarter. On 3rd and 9. Mariota is just going to get sacked. Brandon Graham showing up to stuff the Commanders on a 3 and out. That's going to be how the quarter comes to an end. Now they call it in the quarter, but I knew that was the last play that was going to be run in the quarter. Commanders about to punt it. To open up the second. Eh, Kurtz, somebody may turn a picture into a meme with the whole Pantera vulgar display of power. Just take the parts that says the band name and the album title and just slap it on there. But yeah, Seth Jarvis is now on IR. At least 2 games. It's just not great. Just crazy. And I think they did run the punt. They're back for quarter number 2. But quite the distance for the Eagles to be going right now. They know it's time for AJ Brown. Yeah, Gustav said it's gonna take tomorrow off. Erz rolls to his right, he's just taking it himself, gets the first. And the Eagles are trying to do their best to move down there. Match of the week, eh? Things have been going on. This has been a very undisciplined edition of the team for the Eagles. I will say that. Second and 8 for the Eagles. Hurts. Throws it. Scott. That's A.J. Brown. He's taken down inside the 35. Or right around the 35. And we already got a penalty flag. I didn't see when a penalty flag on who was on. But it's up being second and 10. Hand off to Barkley. It's gonna be close. I guess they're gonna give it to him. And we got a player struggling that was struggling to get up for the Commanders. That will hurt. It's Deron Payne. First that downs. They went for they did a little try to go a little trickery with Smith. This doesn't work. Earth on second and 11. Oh no. That is incomplete for Brown. He all AJ Brown always had the catch, but he just couldn't give himself the time. The time just wasn't there. Great, I gotta refresh it again. Because things be stupid. Oh, apparently missed a kick being field goal attempt being missed. Jake Elliott missing a field goal. Wow. Did not expect that. But this Jake Elliott's been struggling. I like that elf on the shelf thing. Hmm. Yeah, seriously. It feels like the kickers haven't been able to do much of anything this time. If anybody has noticed. So, and it's long. What a catch for Terry McLaurin. Just crazy to think. And there's the first. Still on his feet, finally taken down. Debo Samuel. It's been crazy to think. Commanders are trying to do stuff here. It's a typical division game. I figured it'd be close. But I just figured that Eagles would at least get a bit of an edge. But if Jake Elliott's missing field goals, I get the feeling that the Eagles might end up losing. Because those points could come back to haunt them. Each gonna be right inside the one. But it's gonna be good for first and goal. So the Commanders are actually about to score. Runner was short. Video replay showed up. That knee made a difference. Fourth and, I mean, like fourth and inches. They're like right there at the one for four. And a challenge flag from Dan Quinn. Are you serious, Quinn? They just had replay assist. And it's Dan Quinn challenging a play that got replay assisted. But you You can't be serious, Dan. Really? Can't be serious. The play was reended. They gave him a first. Then replay assist came in and stated he was short. And then you throw the challenge flag. It's a replay of the replay of the play. Dude, you serious? You got Atlanta on your mind? Is that what's going on? Yeah, Atlanta on your mind? You can't be serious. Call stands, wasted timeout. Fourth and one, a handoff. Yeah, he managed to get the first. Let me guess, Stan's gonna challenge this too. Short of the goal line. Way to waste a timeout, man. They run on first and goal. It's short. Just QB sneak it. I don't care. You're right there. Just QB sneak it. Just QB sneak it, Dan. Second down. Well, they'll just take a standard run play. He's still on his feet. They're saying touchdown. Krosky Merritt. It's a touchdown after whatever the heck was going on these past couple plays. I will take in the QB sneak myself. But that's just me. And the extra point is through. You're lucky, Dan. Don't think you'll be so lucky next time. You're Jesus. Custom. It's quitting time! Let's tear up the office! For it! That's right, we're gonna tear up the office! It's because it's game day! Apparently, Jake Blackburn just got fired as special teams coordinator. And man, talk about wasting no time getting to the return man. That indecision really cost a bit of field position. You just can't have that hesitation. Barkley runs. They haven't gotten Dallas Goddard in on much. So expect them to potentially start going towards him whenever he becomes available. I do think that, and there's AJ Brown, and I do think Dallas Goddard is starting to hit that point in the tight end career where he's probably gonna become a situational tight end. He's starting to reach 10 years in the league. He's in his 8th season right now. But I think Dallas Goddard is going to start becoming a very situational tight end by, say, the end of year 10. Tough, but what can you do? And they're just going to let this go to mid warning. 2 timeouts for the Eagles, 1 for the Commanders after they stupidly challenged the replay assist. Way to go, Dan. You learned nothing? You sure it's fine? Mas- the mascot's like, guys, I'm right here. On Uber Eats? Really? I think everybody's gonna be running year-end sales events soon. Second and 3. 2 minutes and a half. Oh! Piece the pass to AJ Brown for the first. Now you can start doing some no huddle offense. Oh yeah, that too. About minimizing time for your opponent for the half. Remember, Commanders get the ball to start the second half as Hurts just takes himself and slides. DJ Kelly will make his field goal this time. 2nd and 7, Hurts. Throws it, it's caught for the first. AJ Brown again. Hurts. Throws it again on first, AJ Brown. They're in field goal range now. And that's also an out of bounds play. The clock stops. Spin a game, folks. 2nd and 3. Still got both those timeouts. Hurts. Ball is out. Hurts recovers. But he's going to lose yardage anyway. And that's going to force a timeout to be used. The holy roller rule. Hurts understands the holy roller rule. Never thought I'd see a quarterback who understands the holy roller rule. So now the Eagles got to get back in the field goal range. And they throw it to A.J. Brown again, who gets them back in. 18 seconds. And Commanders are going to be the ones who use their final timeout of the half. They're still leaving the offense out there on the field, but they're going to have to use their timeout. I think they're just going to send out the field goal unit. Yeah, on 4th and 4, they're just going to send them out. This is a long field goal attempt here. He's made one. This is a 57-yarder. He's made the majority of them, but that's only a small margin. But for a majority, and he's down to a flat 50% because it's no good. And a penalty flag's down. Offsides against the Commanders. Negates the miss. And now the offense is back out. And they just throw it incomplete. And they're probably just going to go right back to the field goal unit on that. Really tight. This time he gets it up and still misses. Oh my goodness. Special teams. Special teams is absolutely killing the Eagles. On the official stat line, that would be 0 for 2. But in terms of the live feed, 0 for 3. As Commanders lead 10 seconds and at the half. And we're going to be right back. Oh boy. I can only imagine what the other Eagles fans are doing right now. I can only imagine that they're probably calling for Elliott's firing right now. Yeah, man, whoever the special teams coordinator is. Because the special teams has been t- been it's been not good. And I guess they'll be finished with the halftime report. I didn't. This is one of those kinds of games that I didn't expect to see what kinds of occurrences would occur. I mean, I figured it'd be close, but not to the hilarious kind. Especially on special teams. It's been a major struggle today. A major struggle. It's just crazy to think. Yeah, they're about to go into the third quarter. That's what I thought. It's just crazy to think how this is for Jake Elliott. Now we should be able to get into the third quarter. See if Jake Elliott can still do a little decently on kickoff. The special teams hasn't been doing all that well for Philly. Mainly on the receiving end. And wow, we got ourselves a catch to click things off. So Mariota had to briefly come out. I guess. Wow. Third and 10. Mariota escapes from pressure. Belly flat flops as he throws it. Broke it up. Now we'll see with the flags again. It's against the Commanders. That's going to be declined. And we got some injuries that are now being ruled out. Remember, Eagles need to win to take the NFC East. Or else I'll have to pray Dallas loses. Me. Sorry about that. I just had to go have a little bit of a talk with Grandma real quick. Did I miss anything? Did I miss a score? No, I did not. Good. And now Mariota's headed to the locker room. So I wonder what happened to Mariota. He's jogging off on his own power, so it can't be a leg related injury. So Nakobe Dean's ruled out. That is incomplete. He was just running away. And now somebody wants in my room, huh? But we'll see how the QB situation is for the Commanders. Who is the backup at this point? Because they shut down Jaden Daniels for the remainder of the season. Who do they have for backup? At quarterback? Josh Johnson. So we might get to see Josh Johnson. You want to? Yeah, I'm a little bit behind for that. Earth. Flag down. Intercepted. But this is obviously not going to stand. It's against Commanders. Illegal contact. Will Harris. So we might see Josh Johnson at some point. Earth, 2nd and 10. Throws it to Scott. I think that's actually Dallas Goddard finally. Finally get to see a catch for Goddard. It's been fair to get to him eventually. Man. Second and 9. Earth. You just threw it, Scott. For Jahan Dotson. All right then. Man, that sucks for the Vikings. Hurts to his right on 3rd and 8. Throws it. For the end zone, incomplete. Flag down. I think they're going to call pass interference. I think they're going to call pass interference. And Quinn making his appearance onto the field. What the hell's going on? Two penalties against the Commanders, a declined holding call, and a pass interference on Egan Nagami. Have fun trying to pronounce his name. Now they can just take it into the end zone on a. They try to do it on a sneak on 1st down. And some extracurricular to go on top. Another attempt on 2nd and goal. Short again, penalty flag. Then they got a false start. Think they try to run the same play. Incredible eyes. Just inconsistent. It's really my. That's the thing. They're just inconsistent over that. Second and goal from the 6. Hand off to Barkley. Only gains a yard or two. Gonna be third and goal. Man. Third and goal. Penalty flag flies. And it's a throw for the end zone. I think this might come back. It will have been a touchdown. But it's gonna come back. Holding penalty. What the fuck is discipline? Third and goal. I think I just saw some notifications. I'm pretty far behind. Hey, for the end zone. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas Goddard. No flag. That's it. At least Jake Elliott can actually make the extra point. 2 extra point attempts. No good field goals. Definitely helps my fantasy league. Because I'm in the championship game. If you can believe it. So Tulane, it's just let's just happy to be there. And now we get Josh Johnson at quarterback. It's a hand injury. We are at levels of bad never thought possible. We'll see how serious it is. But Josh Johnson is now in at quarterback. The most randomly generated name possible. Is that a loose ball? Or is that going to be an incompletion? They're going to say incomplete. Yeah, he threw the ball. He threw the ball before he threw the ball, so it's incomplete. Third and 9. Josh Johnson makes a pass for Debo Samuel for the first down. He's on his feet, finally down. What a catch from Debo Samuel. This has been one of those oddity games. We got so many different quarterbacks play. And we got penalty flags. What is discipline? False start on the Commanders. 66 combined injuries. Jesus. It's a lot of injuries. On 1st and 15, Johnson. They won a flag. They're not going to get it. Incomplete. It's just crazy to think. Johnson throws. Intercepted. That is Cooper DeJean. And who was right there to get it. And that is a turnover and a half. And you wonder what this means for Mr. Josh Johnson.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Sorry if it's still picking up through the mic. I was trying the best I can with it. Eagles take over. Just crazy things. This is where the Eagles start to run away with it. We'll see. Depends on how they fare against this Commanders defense. Hurts. It's just gonna be sacked. And it's Bobby Wagner who's there. That's probably gonna do it for this third quarter. The big Trail mobile guy. Yeah, they're just going straight in a quarter because of how long they talk. That's it for third quarter. Man, they really want. $25 years. I think it's been 25 years since that live action Grinch. Yeah. Mariota is back on the sidelines. Second and 12. Here's A.J. Brown on the catch. He's going to be short. As I need to do this. Boom. Third and long. Well, third and short, I mean. Hurts is just going to take it himself. They want to, I guess, Commanders want a holding call, but they're not going to get it. Certainly been a game, folks. Certainly been a game. Nope. Handoff goes nowheres. Second and 10. Hurts. Pass cut. John Dotson again. Makes that 3rd and 4. Third and 4. Barkley takes the first. We'll see if Mariota gets to go back into the game. Hands made of glass, folks. Barkley is gonna run into the end zone himself. Touchdown. Lead is extended. Couldn't even get the knee on the ground. Getting around everyone. Gets across the pylons. And they take advantage of the interception. And here we are at a 2-score game. We're gonna see if Mariota gets to come back in. Hey, what is it with these commercials? At this point, they're not even advertising the phone. They're just ever just trying to let people know, hey, look what we got the money for in our ad campaign. Yeah, Seahawks clinched this past Thursday. Man. You know, it's crazy to think the winner between Buccaneers and Panthers tomorrow will take the division lead to set up a win-in scenario for one of them. It's on the verge of dying after this game, for sure. No, been 20 years. The last 20 seasons has not had a repeat champion. And that streak is on the verge of dying here. Mariota is still not in. So it's been Josh Johnson. And no, that's straight out. And some extracurricular. It's a division rivalry, so it's always an offshoot chance they have beef with each other. Here's the punt. Fair catch. Mariota's on the sideline, but he's not. He wasn't back in. Oh, that's an ad. Yeah, they're talking about the other game set to play tonight. There's a lot of tiebreaker methods on the line later. Oh, right. They finished the season against the Commanders. They might rest their starters if there's nothing on the line aside from seeding. Let's say there there is a good chance they might not have anything else to play for. The, they can't get the 1 seed anymore, if I'm not mistaken. That is just intended for Saquon Barkley. He didn't even make it. That's right. If these two teams play each other in Philly to close the year, so if the Eagles have nothing to play for, there's a chance that they're pretty much going to rest their starters, giving the Commanders a chance to win in the other game. Forgot about that. That is incomplete. Barkley couldn't hold on. Barkley could have catch it before it touched the ground. And here's the punt unit. They barely got it out. The short punt. Oh, right. Live action Grinch, everybody. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and I got my playing the main thing from a precursor to this little Fear Factory thing. I know I'm doing right now. I need to get myself some fame from Jackass. Dang, man, Oliver's been doing it for a long time. Never really thought about that. I didn't know she was doing it for a very long time. Man, that play was just completely torn apart by Jordan Davis. He read that play like a book. That play was read like a book. Yeah, I can imagine he wasn't all that thrilled. Johnson's still in. Last in Super Bowl champions scoring ranks. Broncos had the 19th best offense and won the Super Bowl. That's some. That just shows you need an all-around balanced offense and defense. Josh Johnson tried to throw it, but it's incomplete. There was somebody nearby for it. It's a 3-and-out. Right into the end zone. Feel like they've just been. Feel like they've just been flexing their money with these ads. Eagles are just going to try to burn as much clock as possible. Oh, look at this. 2016 Lincoln and 2017 Brian Ball. 2018 Michael Olsey. 2019 Lincoln Riley. 2020 Peterson. 2021 Sirianni himself. Then 21-22 Shane Steichen. 2023, who knows? 2024 or Kellen Moore than this year. Sure, man, Jalen Hurts has never had consistency as offensive coordinator. But here's Saquon Barkley, who just does not care about time. He just cares about padding his stats. Jesus. Hand off. And it'll just be time getting burned. XP, he's going all the way into himself. He's gonna get himself a rushing touchdown. That just extended the lead for the Eagles, and they pretty much got that title unlocked. And they're just gonna go for two. They're just gonna put this game away for reals. They're going for two and just putting this away for reals. Apparently. Running game for 2 point attempt. And they'll say it's a good 2 point conversion. And we got ourselves some extracurricular. Yeah, there it is. We got beef, everyone. We have got beef. As penalty flags are down. Now there's probably going to be some ejections here. Wouldn't be surprised if they started throwing hats. Yeah, that's the question, Greg. Wonder where this all started. Oh, they're gonna show it. It started right there with Cooper. It started right there with Cooper, and it just escalated from there. Yeah, there was a ad that went up. Yeah, man. Everybody had something. Everybody had a dance partner. We even had hats. Yep, we definitely had beef. We have here our ejections. Both sides have players get thrown out. One from the Eagles, two from the Commanders. Offsetting. Ejected. I'll be sure to add it for next time. We definitely got beef in here. The 2-point conversion was good, by the way. Barring anything that is dumb and stupid that occurs, this game is effectively over. We have got beef, motherfuckers. The official disqualifications are for Quan Martin and somebody else from the Commanders. Well, I can pull up the list. Let me pull up the list here. Oh, Mariota, they're still showing that little replay thing there. He has made. Hey, his return is still Josh Johnson. Yeah, round two is in 2 weeks. It was Steen for the Eagles, Kinlaw for the Commanders, and Martin for the Commanders. All thrown out on after that 2-point conversion. And we got an injury. Yeah, it's going down 2-minute warning. This game's over. They're just going to be looking to try to cover some spreads. If they can, that is. As soon as Mariota got hurt, the game was pretty much all Eagles. Yeah, Dean, that's pretty much. The Eagles already used their first timeout of the half, right before the 2-minute warning. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Josh Johnson is just going to get sacked. Eagles become the first team to repeat as champs since 2004. They're the first repeat NFC East champion since the last time they did it, which was 2003 to 2004. Maybe 2002, if I'm mistaken, but I don't remember. The streak ends. It has been reset to 0. Remember, these two teams play against each other in 2 weeks. This also means, hey, Dallas, I got news for you. Because of this game, there's special news for you. How about them Cowboys? Get out of here. You're not getting anywhere to the playoffs. That's why. So it's like, geez. It's almost as if letting go of your best defensive player and having your new defensive coordinator being Eberflus under the leadership of a descendant of Marty Ball, who hasn't even proven himself to do all that well, was such a dumb idea. Who saw that one coming? Enjoyed another season on the couch, Dallas. Oh yeah, Rudolph definitely gonna be running his way out of Washington after this. Because for all I know, he's probably found himself on some sort of enemies list. And then he's gotta run away all the way back to the North Pole as fast as possible. Rudolph managed to beat up on the Washington Commanders. Or is in Landover, Maryland, and now he's probably got some. Now he's probably ended up on somebody's enemies list and needs to get away as fast as possible. And that's a bad snap. Man, think I'd be making those kinds of jokes. Knowing how this has been, even though Rudolph was only here to visit from the North Pole, oh, he'll probably get accused of being an illegal immigrant. Because let's let some sort of fictional character that has no reason and to be applied to whatever politics is going on and piss people off. By the way, here's a pass interference against the Eagles to make things a little bit easier for the Commanders to cover the spread. Who saw that one coming? And then that is the Commanders managing to cover the spread a little bit. It's a touchdown for Rodriguez. It's Chris Rodriguez. I think it's Chris. Yeah, Chris Rodriguez. They're just gonna try to cover the spread and go for two here. Woohoo! Garbage time! Garbage time touchdown with Josh Johnson! Give it up for Josh Johnson! Getting a garbage time touchdown pass! Also, Sabres won a shootout. You serious? Sabres won a shootout? Well, the 2 point conversion is good. They're gonna try to go for an onside kick. Yes, you saw that right. We're down to two teams in the NFC. Still in the hunt outside of a wild card spot. The Lions and the Panthers. Yes, you heard that right, the Panthers. They play the Buccaneers for the division lead tomorrow. The NFC South is a joke. A joke. And here comes the onside kick. What? What the heck? Okay. Oh, the back judge wasn't set. Wow. Way to go! Way to go! Oh, Commanders, you had to do it again, and you don't even get the onside kick. They had to redo the onside kick. Wow, people are having brain farts. They just. And we have the backup in for the pretty much. And we got no more Jalen Hurts. The backup's been put in to help burn the clock. And it's a lost yardage. And the Commanders are just going to try to burn their timeouts thinking they have a chance. Stop delaying the inevitable, Commanders. You lost. It's just. This has pretty much been the game, folks. Oh, yeah, McKee. That's right, he's the backup. Tanner McKee. In his third season. He's just there to be backup. Total defense will continue. It will continue to be a thing until morale improves. Running game, burning clock. Yeah, that's a first ball game. Just end it. Just end it. Injury timeout. I think that forces them to use one. I believe an injury timeout that occurs within this point is a forced timeout use. Yep, I was right. Commanders only got one timeout because of that injury. I think they included that just for countermeasure purposes. Just need one more should do it. Eagles will host a playoff game. They're the first team in the NFC to take a division. I think they're the first team in the league to actually take a division. Yeah, that's it. 29-18 final score. That's it. Goodbye, Cowboys. Eagles reign supreme. And that's where our game is going to come to an end. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're definitely going to be back for Christmas with Lions Vikings. Another divisional match. Maybe the Lions will have a playoff spot on the line. Maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and until next time, travel safely. Bye, everyone.